Hi, it's the 29th of October. It's actually like 3 p.m. and I haven't filmed yet today. I've been out for most of the day. Still feel so blonde. Like, oof. And so pale. I'm just about to fake tan too. And this morning I went to, actually before that, I woke up at about 6:30 and I really just wanted to do some personal development stuff before going over to my grandma's. So I did self-coaching scholars, which took about an hour, and I was really enjoying doing it. And the fact that I finished doing that at like 7:45, like, you know, when you do achieve something and you finish it like in the day's barely even started, and so I was like, yes. And then I went to my grandma's for a few hours to help her out with some things, and then had brunch with my friend Dave, and then got home. I've just been doing my meal prep. It's in the oven now, and I'm just making chicken. Like, it's so basic. Chicken covered in oil, basically. Not too much, but just some olive oil. Baked, no flavoring. Probably will regret that. And then sweet potato just cut into big chunks, with salt, pepper, and rosemary, and a bit of oil as well. Put that in the oven, so it's all in the oven. And I bought some frozen greens, so it's frozen peas, broccolis, and beans. And I'm gonna take, when my chicken and sweet potato is done, take that out of the oven, wait for it to cool, put it with the frozen veggies, freeze it all, and then I can just defrost it whenever. So not very exciting, but I find that I'd rather have that than not knowing what to eat, and it just helps me eat really healthy. So I will probably talk to you a bit later, but I think I'm gonna go and take my chicken out of the oven, and then take my makeup off, put my fake tan on so I might look a bit different, a bit dirty, and I've already got the fan set up here so that when I've got the fake tan on, I don't just sweat it all off. But it's a stupidly hot day today, but I do love summer. So even though, is it technically summer, October? No, but it definitely feels like it. And I'm wearing these jeans. I have some oil that I spilt on my jeans. I'm wearing jeans today. These are just Topshop Jamie jeans with rips, and I really need to get changed out of them because it is way too hot. So anyway, I'll talk to you in a little bit. Just sitting here with my fake tan on. Look at this. Look at my finger. It's so great. The glove, I mean, they obviously, if you're having a fake tan, you'll know that, I mean, if you've used it, you'll know that you wash it off and you do not look this like dirty. But the mitt, my tanning mitt, like, I think there was an issue with it protecting my finger. I tried to get makeup remover to get the green off. I don't know what it's gonna look like. Oh my god, maybe it can just be like Halloween get up. Also, I tinted my eyebrows this morning, and this is actually them with nothing on, like tint obviously, but no other eyebrow products. And it's actually like the first time, like normally the color doesn't stick in this bit here, so even if I've tinted my eyebrows, I still only get this bit, but I'm actually really happy with it. So yeah, that's where I'm at, me and my green finger, just sitting here waiting for Google Drive to load so that I can finish writing the blog post that's going up today about getting organized for 2018. If you haven't read it yet, by the time you watch this, it will have been out for a week. Make sure you check it out, because I've just been thinking about, 2018 coming up, getting ready for the new year and all of that sort of thing, and just the little things that I want to do before the end of the year so that I'm all ready to go for 2018. Even though I'm like, I believe in setting, like, I think the end of the year, the beginning of a new year's an awesome time to reflect on what you've achieved and where you're at and what changes you want to make and what you want to keep the same. I think any time of year is a good time of year to do that and to set goals, but I think with so many people, like, New Year's resolutions, they know, like, most people when they set a New Year's resolution, they set it as like a hope or a wish instead of a goal. And obviously that's why most of the time it doesn't end up happening, because you just expect to feel motivated, and on the 1st of January it feels amazing to have a new goal, but unless you are really committed, instead of like hoping you'll feel like working out or hoping you'll eat healthy, then it doesn't happen. So anyway, I was thinking about the things that I want to do before the end of the year, like making any appointments that I haven't made at the end of this year that I need to make, cleaning out my car, just like little things like that, nothing groundbreaking, but I feel like if I can get those things done before the end of this year, then I'll just like go into 2018 having all of that stuff like sorted out. So that's what I'm doing. That's what the blog post is about. There's 9 weeks to go till the new year. Oh my god, I was just eating nuts and I think I have one stuck in my throat. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so at the time I'm filming this, the 29th of October, there's like exactly 9 weeks left until the end of the new year, and I thought I'd just do a blog post of 10 things. Well, this is what I'm planning to do it on. 10 things that I'm going to do before the end of the year, and it's basically just one a week. Some of them are quite simple and you won't need a whole week. Some of them you might need a whole week. But yeah, that's what I'm doing now, and waiting for my sweet potato to cook. I've already taken my chicken out of the oven. So glad I did meal prep. I really was not feeling like it whatsoever, but I did it, and it's always like I never feel like it, but I never regret doing it. So that's where I'm at. Got my fan here keeping me cool. There seems to be an issue with the internet. But yeah, I'll talk to you soon. So it's 5:15. I've finished all my meal prep. So glad I did it. So glad. If you've been putting it off, just do it. I've just been like sitting here nursing my water bottle, but in the last few days I've made such an effort to drink heaps of water. It's been so hot here, and I had been not drinking much water at all just because I wasn't like thinking about it and making the time for it, and I was feeling like crap. So the last couple of days, I think I was talking about that in Friday's vlog, I just felt like blah, and I think it was because I wasn't drinking much water. I've been like drinking so much water in the last couple of days, and there is a reason. Everyone says to do it. It makes such a huge difference. So just sitting here drinking my water. There's a huge storm rolling in, which I love. Like, I just opened up the window so I could listen to all the thunder. It's really nice. It seems like it'll be one of those really quick storms that only lasts about 10 minutes, but I'm excited. I've got my window open, ready to watch it, and I've nearly finished my blog post. I'm just creating a few final little things for it and the email that I'm sending out, and I've just realized that I should also give my room a little tidy up, because I mean, it's not horrible. My wardrobe still looks pretty good from when I cleaned it out, but I just feel like it needs a little love for the new week, and it'll only take 5 minutes. So I'm gonna do that. And I've also been working on just like what would blogging look like if it was easy and I wasn't struggling and stressed about it. And for me, that would mean like the blog post, I post it when it's good enough. I don't like constantly try to over edit it, which I've gotten a lot better at, but just being willing to like have things take less time than I expect and to not fill that time with other things. So it's looking like it'll be done quite soon. So once it's done, I'm not going to just fill it with other things like uploading YouTube videos, like scheduling them and other things like that. I'm just going to watch the new episode of Kardashians, which I haven't watched yet, and I think, yeah, part of the reason that I can end up burning out and feeling frustrated with what I'm doing is that if I finish a task early, then I just decide to add in another one. I never get that feeling of like, oh, I'm done. So I'm trying to give myself that. So if I get this finished early, I'm just going to enjoy that extra time instead of trying to do something extra, just while I'm getting into the habit of yeah, really appreciating what I've accomplished and not constantly trying to do more. So if you haven't listened to my podcast episode yet on productivity, I talk about that and how productivity for me, I know for other people too, can often come from this like fear that if we're not being productive, then like we're not doing enough, we're not going to achieve enough, and we're not going to be enough. And it comes from this really negative mindset and not from a positive place at all. So I'm really trying to reframe productivity for myself to be willing to see that actually it might be quite simple. It doesn't need to be like all this hustle and hard work, and that it could actually be easy. And I've found over the last year that when I think something will be easy and I'm telling myself like, oh, this is going to be so easy, and it doesn't mean it's not challenging, but just going in it with that mindset of like, this is going to be really enjoyable, it makes it so much easier than if I'm telling myself something's hard or I'm going to struggle. Like, you end up fulfilling whatever you tell yourself, basically. Like, I mean, there are definitely times where I think a task will be easy and then it's challenging, but that's more so like from me not being familiar with the task, or I guess just changing my mind along the way. But if I keep reminding myself this can be easy, this is like easy, and you know, does this make sense? I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm probably gonna leave it here because the storm is just about to start, and yeah, the light's fading pretty quick. I've still got my fake tan on. I think I'm gonna leave it on for about half an hour more. I use the Bondi Sands dark fake tan, and I usually leave it on for 2 to 3 hours. So I think I put it on at about 3 o'clock and it's 5:15. So yeah, sometime probably once the storm's over and I've finished watching that, I'll go and wash it off, and it'll be dinner time. And I really as well want to make sure I'm free for when Steve comes home, because we haven't got to hang out much over the last week, because I work in the mornings on blogging stuff and then go to the gym early so we don't sleep in together, and then he was on prac doing late shifts, so didn't get home till really late. And I just really don't like it when I feel like I'm rushing, because I want to spend time with him, and sometimes I'm still working on stuff if I haven't managed myself well. I'm still working on stuff when he gets home, and I would just love to be spending the time with him and just have that satisfaction of having my work done. So I'm gonna leave it here. I hope you're having an amazing day. Please chat to me in the comments, send me a DM. I'd love to hear what you're working on at the moment, and yeah, what you've been up to. So, lightning starting. So yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.